huge now. This is way bigger.
Tahir Johnson and Jon Dockery have just received 2 of the 11 newest cannabis dispensary licenses in New Jersey. Because they each have been convicted on marijuana-related charges, they received priority consideration for the licenses under the state's new cannabis program. On this day, they're visiting an indoor farm, a potential source of cannabis for their dispensaries.
You know, this is huge, man. Like, I know I'm certainly thankful for this opportunity to be selling legal weed, man.
Maybe 10 years ago, you would have felt like a criminal coming in something like this, but this is a wonderful feeling, you know?
It is.
Johnson and Dockery both have been arrested multiple times for marijuana possession. A recent ACLU report says African Americans are almost 4 times more likely than whites to be arrested for using marijuana, despite roughly equal usage.
No, this is just amazing to, like I said, it's certainly the most weed I've ever seen in my life.
I think I caught my first weed charge when I was about 19 years old. It stopped me from getting a lot of jobs later on in life. Maybe the young kids that are coming up now, maybe if they're 19 years old or 20 years old and they get caught with, 2-3 grams of marijuana, it won't stop them from getting jobs and opportunities and things that can change their lives.
The state of New Jersey has decided to give a second chance to those who have been disproportionately penalized under the previous cannabis laws.
We wanted to make sure, New Jersey wanted to make sure that we are addressing social impact, the negative social impact of cannabis prohibition. And so it was important to make sure that those that were most impacted have sort of the least amount of barriers to contend with when trying to apply for a cannabis business license.
Not everyone is in agreement on providing a head start to people with previous convictions for marijuana.
Certainly making the previous conviction for a crime a prerequisite is rewarding criminal behavior seems a little ridiculous. It doesn't need to be an exclusionary factor, but making it a prerequisite is rewarding, if not encouraging, criminal activity.
Despite pushback, 20 U.S. states, including New York, have legalized marijuana. New York has set aside $200 million for a so-called social equity fund, part of which will be used to help people convicted of marijuana offenses open cannabis dispensaries.
What we're doing is trying to have an opportunity for us who've been, arrested for cannabis, impacted by cannabis prohibition, so they have an opportunity to share in the, the legal market and the wealth being created here.
While some worry the program unfairly rewards criminal behavior, others believe it provides minorities an equitable chance to benefit from a fast-growing industry. Aron Ranen for VOA News, New York City.